Hello guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are making this goat tilapia cow soup, light soup, yes. So if you're new here, please subscribe to our channel. Hit on the notification bell to get notified anytime we post new and exciting recipes. And if you're an old subscriber, thank you for always sticking with us. We love you. So this soup can be enjoyed with some fufu, some rice dishes, some banku, and any swallow of your choice. It's so simple to make, easy to make, and it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to make this delicious and super nice soup. So there are several ways of making light soup. You can choose to use any protein of your choice. You can choose to use just tomatoes, and you can choose to use tomatoes with garden eggs. With this light soup, we're going to be adding some garden eggs to the soup. Yes, garden eggs. And we're choosing to use some tilapia as our fish, and we're using some goat and some cow meat. Yes, you can also choose any protein of your choice. It all goes well together, so it's all a matter of preference. So let's get started. For this recipe, for this soup, some pepper, some garlic, some onions, some tomatoes, ginger, and of course our garden eggs. And of course what we're using as our protein today is goat meat, some cow meat, and of course our tilapia fish, which has been cleaned. You can get the clean tilapia recipe in our previous videos to know how to clean your tilapia very well. So we get started with our garden eggs. We've already washed all our vegetables, so you cut your garden eggs just like in the video and you put it on fire. So you add all your tomatoes, your pepper, your onions, and you boil it for about 5 to 10 minutes just to make it a bit soft and loosen it up a bit. So after it has been about 5 to 10 minutes, you check on your vegetables to make sure that it is soft enough to be blended. You have to be very careful because it is very hot at this point. You need to be careful so as to not to get burnt. So with this, we go ahead and first of all blend our pepper, our tomatoes, and of course our onions, and we'll be adding our garlic and our ginger to it. You chop the ginger and the garlic into smaller pieces so that your blender can easily blend it. So after your pepper mixture has been blended, you go ahead and make incisions on your tilapia because we will be seasoning it and we want all the pepper to get to every part of the tilapia. That is what is going to make it tasty. So we're going in with onion and garlic pepper, some mixed herbs, some stock cube to taste, And of course, you cannot forget our salt. Then we go in with pepper. That is the mixture of pepper, garlic, you make sure that you rub it, that every inch of the fish gets the spices and the pepper mixture, so that it will make it tasty. You just have to do it just like we're doing it in the video, and you're good to go. You fill all the incisions with the pepper mixture. And we'll go ahead and start with our soup. What we'll be using for our base is the goat meat and the cow meat, because that is very hard. So we need to start with that to cook it, to make it a bit soft. So with this, we dice some onions onto it. We add some salt to taste, ginger and garlic mixture, stock cube, some herbs. You make sure that it mixes well and combine, and it cooks in its own juices for about 5 minutes. Then you go ahead and add your pepper mixture to the protein, and you cover it and let it sit and cook for some few minutes. We then go ahead and blend the garden eggs and set aside as well. So at this point, you can choose to add more of your tomatoes, your tomato paste, and of course you can always adjust the salt to your taste. At this point, if you don't want the garden eggs, you can just add water to the pepper mixture, then you let your soup boil. But if you're using the garden eggs, this is the point where you start to strain it into your soup base. Because our garden eggs was a bit thick, we added water so that it can easily be strained. We're straining it because we don't want the particles from the garden eggs, like you see in the video, to end up in our soup. So that's why we strained it. So at this point, you let your soup sit and boil for some minutes. When your soup begins to boil like ours in the video, that's the point you add your tilapia, because the fish is very soft and it cooks very easily, so we need to add it at the latter part. You let it cook for an extra 5 to 10 minutes, then your soup is ready and you're good to go. I always prefer my soup to be a bit thick. I don't know how you would want yours. So if you see that your soup is a bit thick, you can always choose to add water to make it a bit light. But this is how I always like my soup, so that's how I made it. Yeah. It's always a simple method with us when you choose to follow our recipes. Always use the simple and easiest method to make your food tasty and delicious. So of course, we can't make light soup without adding some fufu to our menu. So we did ours with some plantain fufu. And man, it was so good. I enjoyed it very, very, very well. So I'm sure you'd also enjoy this recipe once you give it a try. Hope you would try it and let us know how it went and if you enjoy it. Our fufu and our protein looking all ready and nice and delicious and ready to be consumed. So I'm going to enjoy mine. Hope you enjoy yours. So thank you. Till next time. Bye.